Welcome dear students. I am going to deliver a topic on chromosome mutation. So what is chromosome mutation? Chromosome mutation is the alteration in the structure of number of chromosomes in a cell. More precisely, mutations are changes to the usual DNA sequence of the organism that result from the effect of physical and chemical agents or due to errors of DNA. The nature of particular type of mutation and its consequences on an individual are described by genotype and phenotype. Once mutations are introduced, the changes in the DNA are made permanent by process of DNA replication and are passed to daughter cells by cell division. Mutations are common in nature. They occur at steady state rate. Nevertheless, the location and type of every mutation is completely random. The probability and nature of mutation differs from species to species. In humans, for example, there are only 10% of chances of inclusion of new traits to be transmitted to next generation. According to estimates, single nucleotide in 1,000 is randomly altered after 2 lakh years. It has been further stated that these random changes are disadvantageous to the organism and variations created by this way will be selected against in a population. So what are characteristics of mutation? Mutations are random. That is, occurrence of mutation is independent to the usefulness or else of that mutation. Mutations can occur in any cell and can happen anytime. Mutations can range from minor changes which is detectable biochemically to drastic alterations in various important processes of body. The effects of mutation are determined by the cell type, stages in the development, and dominant recessiveness of mutated allele. A recessive mutation is only detected when there is mating between heterozygous genotypes. Mutations play a part in both normal and abnormal biological processes, including evolution, cancer, and development of immune system, including functional diversity. So what are types of mutation? First important type of mutation is deletion. Deletion occurs when there is loss of DNA sequence, or deletions are the mutations in which a portion of DNA sequence is removed. Deletions range from very small sequence to a large sequence. Deletions cause genetic disorders in man and other organisms. Point deletion. Point mutations occur when an error is responsible for a deletion for a single nucleotide. In other words, it means that one nucleotide has been deleted from the sequence. So what are types of deletion? Terminal deletion. A terminal deletion is a deletion that occurs towards the end of chromosome. And second one is intercalary deletion or interstitial deletion. It is a type of deletion that occurs from the interior of a chromosome. Another type of deletion is microdeletion. It is a relatively small amount of deletion up to 5 MB that could include a dozen genes. Microdeletion is usually found in children with physical abnormalities. What are the major effects of deletion? Deletions are responsible for various genetic disorders in humans. First, deletions cause male infertility and Duchenne muscular dystrophy. Deletion of short arm of chromosome 5 result in Cri du chat disorder in humans. Supinal muscular atrophy in infants is caused by the deletion in SMN encoding gene. Second type of mutation is duplication. A chromosomal duplication occurs when a part of chromosome wrongly copied and which results in the extra genetic material from duplicated segment. In simpler terms, duplication means that chromosome part is present in two copies. As extra part of chromosome contains different genes, these extra instructions affect the normal functioning of the chromosome. For example, Pallister-Killian syndrome. It is a genetic disease caused by duplication of 12th chromosome. The patient is having this syndrome has severe intellectual disability, poor muscular tone, coarse facial features, and a prominent forehead. The patient affected by this disorder has shortened lifespan as they do not survive beyond 40s. Second is DUP15Q syndrome. DUP15Q is a duplication disorder which results from the duplication of chromosome number 15. This type of duplication occurs in two forms, isodicentric 15 chromosome or IDIC 15 and interstitial duplication 15. Babies with DUP15Q have poor muscle tone, that is hypotonia, and these babies have great difficulty in feeding and sucking. And third type of mutation is inversions. Chromosome inversions are actually chromosomal rearrangement in which chromosomes are reversed end to end, and this occurs when a single chromosome breaks and then is itself rearranged. There are two types of inversions depending upon whether the centromere is included in the inverted region or not. First type is paracentric inversion and second type is pericentric inversion. Paracentric inversion, that is away from the center. This type of inversion does not include the centromere and breakage occurs only in one arm. The main feature of paracentric inversion is that both breaks occur on the same side of centromere and the centromere as such is not affected. Crossover in paracentric inversion loop produces recombinants which are unstable. In case of pericentric inversion, there is involvement of centromere and breaks occur in each of the arm. The inversion of segment spans the centromere. Both of these types of inversions, that is paracentric and pericentric inversion, change the order of chromosomes. Inversions can be balanced or unbalanced depending upon whether all genes are present in uninverted chromosome or are lost or duplicated. Balanced inversions cause no side effects, while as an unbalanced inversion is abnormal and lead to development delay and multiple congenital abnormalities. And another type of mutation is translocation. Chromosomal translocation is a process by which a part of whole chromosome gets interchanged with another chromosome segment. This results in the segregation of hybrid together during the meiosis. A chromosomal translocation was first time observed by Carl Sachs in 1938 at the Harvard University while publishing his paper entitled Chromosome Aberration Induced by X-rays. Reciprocal translocation. This is a type of translocation in which there is an exchange of chromosome segments between non-homologous chromosomes, and maximum of occasions these abnormalities are not harmful and are easily detectable through prenatal diagnosis. It has been established that about 1 to 500 of human newborn show incidence of reciprocal translocation. Another type of translocation is Robertsonian translocation. In this type of translocation, there are breaks at or near the centromere of acrocentric chromosome. A Robertsonian translocation occurs by rearrangement of chromosomes by two particular chromosomes joining together. Now I will discuss aneuploidy and polyploidy. So what is aneuploidy? The deviation from normal set of chromosomes that is followed by the structural arrangement of chromosomes is known as aneuploidy. It can either result in the gain or the loss of chromosomes due to segregation errors. It has been shown that alteration in chromosome number occur frequently during gamete formation, which is also evident from the fact that 5 to 10% embryos have abnormal chromosome number, while as 50% of abortions occur due to alteration in chromosomes. Now I will discuss types of aneuploidy. According to the number of chromosomes lost gained, aneuploidy can be divided into following types. First one is monosomy. In monosomics, there is loss of one individual or part of individual chromosome. Monosomy also occurs due to lack of one chromosome of the normal complement. For example, loss of Y chromosome and loss of part of P arm of chromosome 5. Second, disomy. In this type of aneuploidy, there is presence of two copies of chromosome. The disomy condition in case of humans is normal condition. Third type is trisomy. Trisomy is a chromosomal aberration in which there is gain of one individual chromosome. For example, chromosome number 21. Or in another words, it refers to the presence of 3 copies of chromosome. For example, Down syndrome occurs due to trisomy of 21st chromosome. In the same way, trisomy of chromosome number 18 and chromosome number 13 causes Edwards syndrome and Pataz syndrome respectively. Now I will discuss what is polyploidy. Polyploidy is the heritable process in which organisms possess more than one set of chromosomes. In simple terms, we can say polyploidy refers to a numerical change in a whole set of chromosomes. So what are the types of polyploidy? Different types of polyploidy are classified according to the number of chromosomes in the nucleus. First one is triploid, that is having 3 sets of chromosomes. Triploidy is a heritable process in which there are 3 sets of chromosomes. For example, seedless watermelons. It is also common in phylum Tardigrada. Tetraploidy. Tetraploidy is the heritable process in which there are 4 sets of chromosomes. For example, in case of Salmonidae fish, the cotton gypsum hirsutum. Another type of polyploidy is pentaploid. Pentaploidy is a heritable process in which there are 5 sets of chromosomes. So what are the advantages of polyploidy? Polyploidy helps to bring hybridization or heterosis in a gene pool by allowing genes from closely related species to combine and thus broaden the gene pool. Second important feature of polyploidy is that it helps to bring rapid speciation that helps organism to expand into other ecological niches. And third one is that by polyploidy, productivity can be increased in plants by this process. Now I will discuss the difference between induced versus spontaneous mutation. Firstly, I will discuss what are induced mutations. Induced mutations are those mutations that are created by humans by treating an organism with a mutagenic agent. Induced mutations originate in response to a treatment such as radiations, certain physical conditions, and chemical agents. Induced mutations by radiations. Radiations which are important for inducing mutations are of two categories. One type is ionizing radiations such as X-rays, gamma rays, alpha and beta rays, electrons, neutrons, protons, and other fast moving particles. The second type is non-ionizing radiations such as ultraviolet and visible lights. Induced mutations by chemical agents. It has been reported that various chemicals act as mutagens, which include agriculture chemicals, for example, several insecticides, fungicides, herbicides, etc. The chemical mutagens can be categorized into 5 main groups. First, base analogues, 5-bromouracil, 2-aminopurine, alkylating agents, acridine agents, acridine dyes, etc. Transition. Transition occurs when one purine is replaced by another purine and pyrimidine by another pyrimidine. The transition affects only one base sequence of one codon, and there only one amino acid is altered in the concerned protein. Transversion. In this case, a pyrimidine is replaced by purine and purine is replaced by pyrimidine. Now I am going to discuss spontaneous mutations. Spontaneous mutations arise from a variety of sources, including errors in DNA replication, spontaneous lesions, and transposable genetic elements. The rate of spontaneous mutation varies from species to species and depends on various factors. Spontaneous mutation also depends on the size of gene. Large gene provides large target and is destined to mutate more frequently. Now I will discuss back versus suppressor mutations. Back mutation is that type of mutation where mutation occurs from mutant to wild type. According to medical dictionary, back mutation is reversion of a gene to an ancestral form due to further mutation to the original codon or one coding for the same amino acid. Suppressor mutation. Suppressor mutation is a mutation that partially or completely restores a function lost by a primary mutation occurring at a different locus. Suppressor mutation basically restores the phenotypic features observed prior to the original mutation and in a way suppresses the first mutation. Intragenic suppression. This type of suppression occurs in the same gene as the original mutation. For example, intragenic suppression may occur if the amino acid residues interact with each other and give the normal function of concerned gene. A polar effect on gene expression can also result in intragenic suppression in organisms. Intergenic suppression. In this type of mutation, the effects of earlier mutation in a specific gene are relieved by mutation at different locations within the genome. Such type of mutation has been useful for elucidating the interaction between different gene products and proteins. So, what is the molecular basis of mutation in relation to UV light? Due to excess release of atmospheric pollutants like chlorofluorocarbons, and organobromides, the stratospheric layer is at stake and it is showing depletion day by day. As such, there is an increase in the incidence of exposure of UV radiations on Earth's surface, and this has led to most effective and carcinogenic exogenous agents that can alter and damage the genomic integrity and poses a great threat to all organisms. Research has shown that in all groups of UVR, UVB radiations produces maximum ill effects on diverse habitats. Even though most UVB is also absorbed by stratospheric ozone. So what is the basic mechanism? The UV radiations are absorbed by the pyrimidine bases such as thymine and cytosine in DNA, unwinding the bond and allowing it to react with adjacent molecules. The UV exposed bases form covalent bonds with a second pyrimidine base. The reactions between neighboring bases form a tight four-membered ring. At some stage, single bond forms between two carbon atoms on the rings. Molecular basis of mutation in relation to chemical mutagens. There are three mechanisms by which chemical mutagens act. Chemical mutagens can replace a base in DNA, mispairing of bases, or total damage of a base. Under normal conditions, bases exist in different forms known as tautomeric forms. These tautomers differ in positions of their atoms and the bonds, and they always remain in equilibrium. It has been seen that keto form of each base is usually found in DNA, whilst the enol is rarely found. In some cases, tautomeric shifts occurs that results in the mispairing and ultimately the source of mutation. For example, if a guanine in DNA changes into its enol form, then it will bind to thymine and thus there occurs mispairing. So how we can detect mutations? There are two methods by which mutations can be detected. One is CLB method and second is attached X method. CLB method. A CLB method is a procedure developed by Mueller to screen recessive X chromosomes lethal mutations. It has been observed that CLB chromosomes carry a dominant marker B, recessive lethal L, and inversion. Although CLB method is primarily used to detect those mutations which are induced by radiations, but they can be safely used for detection of spontaneous mutations as well. In CLB, 3 characters are selected on X chromosome to study the mutation. Second method is attached X method. The attached X chromosome technique is based on attached X female and is designed to study visible sex-linked mutations in Drosophila. Mutagen-treated males are mated with attached X chromosome. The X-XX or superfemale and YY progeny produced from such crosses do not survive. Only X-XX or female and XY, that is male, progeny are recovered. All male progeny receive their Y chromosomes from their attached X female parent, while their X chromosomes is contributed by their mutagen treated male parent. Now finally, I will discuss DNA repair mechanism. Every cell has got its proper mechanism to address the mutation problems. As DNA is a treasure of genetic information in every animal cell, its proper functioning is essential for survival of an organism. However, integrity and stability is not maintained always due to its chemical character and is therefore always subject to exposure from the environment. In order to avoid possible damage caused by the external mutagens, there is proper mechanism at molecular level in all living creatures to repair the damage, which is known as DNA repair. In most cells, 4 different types of DNA repair system operate. First is direct repair system, second is excision repair, third is mismatch repair, and fourth is recombination repair. In direct repair mechanism, the damaged nucleotides are directly repaired, though very few nucleotides can be repaired by this mechanism. The common example for DNA repair is the repairment of pyrimidine dimers by a light-dependent direct system known as photoreactivation. Specific enzymes are also involved in this process. For example, in E. coli, DNA photolase is involved in direct repair system. Second one is DNA excision repair system. DNA excision repair is the most common type of DNA repair mechanism. This type of repair mechanism is used to heal many types of damages, including pyrimidine dimers. The process starts with the recognition of nucleotides by the enzyme and marks them for repair. The marked portion of DNA either forms a nick or damaged bases are removed to give rise to gap. The marked nucleotides as well as other neighboring nucleotides is removed in next stage by the use of nuclease. Nucleotide excision repair mechanism repairs many DNA damages that are bulky and helix distorting. Mismatch repair system are present in all cell types and damaged DNA is not repaired by proofreading. This type of mechanism consists of couple of proteins. One recognizes the damage and another protein places an endonuclease that cleaves the new DNA strand very near to damaged DNA. With this, I conclude the presentation and I hope you have understood the basic mechanisms of mutations. Thank you.